We have copy.
That when there is violence in a particular polling unit, the votes.
Okay, fair.
My name is Friday. I report with Channel Steve.
Voter turnout in the last election is troubling when you look at the fact that this is the first election where we have the highest number of registered voters, over 84 million Nigerians on the poll. The highest number of also PVC collection when you compare it from the 82.0% in 2015 to the 86.63% recorded ahead of these elections. The fact that we even have 91 registered political parties with 73 vying for the position of the president in the last election. So it's very troubling that there is actually this low voter turnout in spite of what we see as a strong determination of Nigerians to actually participate in the elections. But for us at the CDD, we are raising some very important issues which we believe must be taken cognizance of ahead of the Saturday the night elections. Important for us is the strict and uniform enforcement of all electoral laws and guidelines across all geopolitical zones of the country. Like we all know, the failure of the card reader was widespread in the February 23 elections. There was unnecessarily delays, especially in terms of collation of results. We have also noted that in several places, the use of the card reader was not actually uniform, even though Inec has claimed that it's pleased with the SCR functionality and efficiency in authenticating millions of voters within a very short period. We ask Inec to make sure that in the elections on Saturday, the smart card reader must be compulsorily utilized in the elections, and in the absence of the use, 0 votes must be recorded in any polling unit where such is occasioned. Anywhere there is no use of the card reader, as INEC has stipulated in its guideline, 0 votes must be recorded, and there must be a uniform application of the use of the smart card reader in these elections. We also call upon INEC to clarify its position on the cancellation of results ahead of the forthcoming elections. We in particular want to raise the challenge that emanated from the result collation at the last elections.
There must be conscious effort by INEC to address those gaps that we have noted in the presidential election, because if they are allowed to repeat at this gubernatorial election again, then INEC cannot actually have any excuse anymore, and government, of course, cannot have any excuse. And CDD is actually asking for electoral accountability. A lot of people who have perpetuated electoral fraud in the last election must be sanctioned, because without sanction, the impunity will continue. And therefore, we at the level of CDD, we are calling on both the security, the INEC, the government generally, to observe electoral transparency. And for the voters, we are also urging them to come out without fear or favor, to come and exercise their fundamental civic responsibility. They have the right to elect whoever they so wish to elect, without being intimidated. And government must do everything possible to ensure that the election is free, fair, transparent, and non-violent.
What's your comment?